Alright guys, my name is Tyler aka Nanogenix, and today we're talking about Dragon Ball Super Episode 2, the dub, that aired on Toonami last night. Well, this is actually a Monday video for me, so 2 nights ago, and I'm trying to really kind of get my design of these down. Obviously, I've not done any of these reviews for anything before like episode 62, I believe, of Dragon Ball Super. And my apologies on missing 73 and 74. I promise we'll get back to those as soon as the Universal arc begins. But I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there too. If you are trying to stay away from spoilers on this, you've not got to watch it yet, I would just go ahead and say click off now. I want to go ahead and just get that warning out because I just want to hop right into things, and we're going to talk about stuff that you wouldn't know if you were trying to stay away from spoilers or you haven't watched anything to do with Dragon Ball Super or the movies. And on top of that, what I was trying to say is I'm trying to get down the kind of format I want to do these. And I think what we'll do is we'll talk about what happened in the episode really briefly, and then we'll talk about, in this particular episode, the voice cast and some of the more kind of nitpicky slash controversial things I'm seeing over on the Super subreddit and on my Twitter mentions and feed in general. So let's hop in, let's talk about this episode. Obviously, the three main focuses are Vegeta, Trunks, and Bulma, Goku and King Kai, and then Beerus and Whis. So the episode starts off with Vegeta riding on top of a capsule corp vehicle that Bulma is driving with Trunks inside it, and Vegeta does not want to come inside. He is standing on top, kind of almost as a trial style thing, and Bulma is trying to get him to have to fall off of it and then come join them inside, or kind of sort of what she's trying to do. And I love when they're going through the forest and they come out and Vegeta has like the branches and stuff hanging out of his hair. It's friggin' fantastic. And then of course they go shopping, and then Vegeta is in this very begrudged mood, which we'll talk about in a second. Actually, that's part of one of the things we're going to talk about in a moment. But anyway, so they're shopping and Bulma's like, what can we do to cheer them up? Food, of course. Saiyans love food, and it's going great until they bring out the octopus, because of course Saiyans can eat like ridiculously. I kind of feel their pain because I sometimes feel like I can never get full, but then the octopus sprays black ink all over Vegeta, and he nearly blows the place up, but doesn't. And then we got Goku training on King Kai's planet and messing up King Kai's yard. Freaking fantastic. I love the chemistry between Goku and King Kai, I really do. And I saw some stuff from people. I didn't notice people didn't really like King Kai's voice. Sean Schimmel's version of King Kai, it's never really bothered me. But if you're someone who does, let me know in the comment section below. I'm curious about that. This was something I was kind of brand new to when I was checking out the subreddit. But anyways, and then Whis, of course, going to this planet for this dinosaur that the natives have actually captured, I assume, or defeated, and I assume are going to eat themselves. But he's doing so to hopefully help Beerus. Remember this figure he saw in a dream is going to be this like challenger for him. And they get there, and Beerus can't get it done, or well, not Beerus, Whis can't get it done in the amount of time, or so says Beerus, and Beerus, of course, blows up the planet. And that planet blowing up is what makes Beerus remember it's this Super Saiyan God thing. That's the thing that's going to be the challenge for him. Of course, if you watch Battle of Gods, you know exactly where this is going. If you watch Resurrection F, you know exactly where the first 26 episodes of Dragon Ball Super are going. But one of the things we have to remember is that Dragon Ball Super is but is most definitely introducing people to Dragon Ball for the first time, especially here in the US, or anyone tuning into Toonami. There are probably several thousands of people that have never watched Dragon Ball in their life, and so that's why these episodes are kind of slow starting off. They're like almost any anime, introducing you to the characters, you know, throwing a little bit of action in here or there, but for the most part introducing you to the characters, letting you kind of get used to them, and not throwing too much at you at once. That's why last week we had mostly Goku, and that's why this week we had mostly Vegeta, you know, kind of introducing to the two main characters of this anime. So that's one of the things we have to remember back to that, because I know there are a lot of people that are very ready for the action. But if episode 1 is started off with Goku all of a sudden learning Super Saiyan God, and episode 2 being their fight, that would be kind of crazy if you were brand new to these characters. So it is, you know, reintroducing us who have been there for the last 20 or 30 years, and introducing all these new people to these characters, and we'll definitely get to the fun stuff soon. And also, on top of that, if you're someone who has not paid attention, you don't mind about spoilers, and you're still here, definitely stick this through, because I'm telling you right now, there's some fantastic stuff in this arc itself. I actually really enjoyed this arc. Resurrection F gets a little rough, but after that, fantastic. So let's talk about some of the stuff I was seeing over on Twitter. A lot of stuff about Jason Douglas's Beerus in this. Something about him sounding almost too sinister for what Beerus had sounded from Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. He sounded more of the kind of, you know, the Japan voice actors style. I think the thing here is he is going for probably, this is my opinion, right? This is my interpretation. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys didn't even aware people were concerned about this, or if this was something you were concerned about, let me know. I definitely want to hear back. But I personally think, because I did kind of notice it, but for me, my interpretation of it, I didn't even realize people were going to complain about it. I was assuming we don't know this character yet, right? Like, if you're taking it, we've not seen, like, Battle of Gods. That's what is happening right now. So we're not used to this character. This is brand new to us. Brand new to us, especially if you are a Dragon Ball fan, but you've not watched the movies because you were aware this would potentially spoil this series. So he's playing a sinister, he's giving it a more sinister spin, I think, because he is Beerus the Destroyer, right? So he has to, he's the god of destruction. He has to kind of sound like this character that is going to be more sinister, and they will probably back off once Vegeta and Goku are more familiar with him, and he becomes a very much so just regular to the show, regular part of essentially the Z Warriors, right? I mean, technically not one, but you guys get what I'm saying. He's going to be a part of the show. He's in pretty much every episode, if not every episode. Obviously, it's not something I've counted when I was watching the sub version, but you guys kind of see where I'm coming from here. I think that's probably the approach, is that it's like he kind of is coming off like that right now, and that as we get farther into the episodes and as we get more familiar with him and the actual characters that we're watching get more familiar with him, he'll sound more like the Beerus we heard in Resurrection F and Battle of Gods. Now that's just that's my take on it, and that's also the same thing I'm thinking here with Chris Sabat's Vegeta. Now, a lot of people were saying he sounded way too much like Piccolo. I didn't really hear that so much. I just mostly heard the fact that he sounded more begrudging than maybe normal. That's kind of hard to say, right? Because Vegeta is just kind of a character that is always in that, like, that mood, right? Just because that's who he is. That is Vegeta. But, you know, he definitely sounded maybe more begrudging about it today, but that was because he was shopping. He was doing something out of his, like, norm, right? And I probably assume that's what Chris Sabat was going for when he was doing the voice behind Vegeta for this specific episode. You know, it's one thing when he's around Kakarot, he's around Goku, and he's doing that thing. It's another thing when he's literally doing something he just is absolutely outside of his normal realm of things to do. He's shopping, he's eating out, like stuff like that. Like, that's not normal for him. And I assume that was the take Chris Sabat was doing with Vegeta in this specific episode. Now, we have heard Piccolo like from episode 1, but we've not heard Piccolo yet. And I assume once we get into the flow of things, Chris Sabat will do his thing and it will sound perfect on all of the characters that he voices, which are many. If you've never ever looked, Chris Sabat does a crap ton of characters in the series. And the other thing too is I'm gonna trust him. Chris Sabat's been doing this for over 20 years, and I would never question his voice acting abilities at all, just to be honest. But those are the things I had kind of seen. Those are the things I wanted to talk about on this overview discussion video here of Dragon Ball Super Episode 2, the dub version. I honestly enjoy it. I'm enjoying the crap out of this. I did notice too there's some other complaints about the intro and outro being a little too short, them shorting that down. That does kind of suck, but that's kind of what happens when you start throwing it on a different network with different requirements and so forth. Let's just be happy that they're not cutting anything out, or at least not that I'm aware of. They're cutting anything out from the actual meat of the show, not just the outro / intro, which does suck, right? I like this outro a lot. I really like the outro from, I think, around F or maybe Universal Arc. I really like that one. Really like that one. But anyways, guys, that is going to wrap up today's discussion video. I hope you guys are enjoying these. Like I said, I am super sorry, or I don't know if I said this earlier, but I am super sorry I've not done a 73 and a 74. We will get back to it here in a few weeks when, I think, is it 3 weeks away now? Maybe 2.5 weeks away from having the brand new arc beginning over on the Japanese version of Dragon Ball Super. I'm super excited about that. We will definitely be talking about and definitely have some discussion videos here on the channel for it. So like I did say, if you are new here, considering that subscribe button. I'm saying this like I did say, and I can't remember if I said this or not. But if you guys are new here, considering that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed this video, considering that like button. Otherwise, you guys have a great day. Keep on keeping on. And Nanogenix here signing off. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.